start it up, and then the back end lifts up, and you get a really nice, clean, flat ride out of it, which, you know, just helps. You don't feel the sagging in the back. It helps with the weight transfer of the weight to the front wheels, and it just feels solid. Now, honestly, the biggest weak point I felt so far on the Ram is the powertrain. In the other two HDs, we have updated powertrains. Here in the Ram, it lags. The other two trucks off the line, they take off. Wouldn't you say this thing just feels like it lags the most?
It'll lag off the line, and I definitely notice cruising, especially empty, and I haven't driven this one yet with the payload, but I definitely notice like a mid-range kind of just, almost like it's drowning. It's just,
yeah, it kind of bogs.
And then you get into it, it picks up great, you know, it slows down okay, but there's this when you're kind of feathering the throttle, you know, you're about to make a maneuver, you're backing off, and then all of a sudden you gotta get back in it, and there's this, oh wait, you wanna go again? Oh, okay, give me a second.
Yeah, whereas, you know, the other two trucks, you know, they're really close in terms of how quick they feel, but you bury your foot and they both take off. You feel it right away. Nice downshift, good power. The Cummins just, doesn't have that get up and go. And we just loaded this truck up. It has to be mentioned, there's no damped tailgate here, and there's no step into the back of the truck. And you know what? It just seems like such an oversight that both the other big companies have great step solutions, and Ram just hasn't done anything. They just let you climb in the old-fashioned way, and maybe a decade ago that was fine, but in today's market, that's not enough. You need some innovation, and in the bed of the Ram, there just really isn't any.
And you don't need much. I mean, you've got Ford with the step system coming out of the tailgate. Some might call that a little complex. Then you've got the sleek system with the Chevy. You just put the single footwell there, make the stake hole a little bit bigger so you got a nice grip. I mean, it's simple. It doesn't really seem like it's a complex engineering feat to put a step back there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like this interior.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the strongest interiors.
I would say it's the nicest of the three.
Oldest. And it is the oldest. That is the funny thing. It has not been. It's been touched up, and they've added materials, but the design hasn't changed.
And in a direct contrast with the Ford, I mean, I'd have to look at the build sheets on the numbers, but I know the Ford was about 90,000.
Yeah.
And when I get in there and I look around, I'm like, this kind of feels like a work truck. This kind of feels like a fleet truck. Like,
yeah, the black
there's just not
plastic
much
in the Ford
in here
gets
for
to me, and the buttons in the Ford feel cheap to me.